Hello and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to look at a British locomotive. This is a London and North Eastern J50. So originally this would have been classed a J23 by the Great Northern Railway, and when they got absorbed by the London North Eastern Railway after 1923, the LNER reclassed them J50s and J51s. So the J50s, they would have had large boilers, and the J51s had small boilers. So under the Great Northern Railway, both J50 and J51, large and small boiler, would have been lumped into the one class, that is the class J23. So the Great Northern Railway, they built 40 of these locomotives, and the LNER built 62 of them, making a total of 102 locomotives. The designer was Sir Nigel Gresley, and of course he went on to become the chief mechanical engineer of the LNER. And they built these from 1913 to 1939, so over 20-year period, and they were mostly built at Doncaster, with the last 14 built at Gorton. They were started withdrawing this locomotive in 1958, and they were finally taken off the rails in 1965. Unfortunately, all of them are scrapped. There was none survived the cutter's torch, which is a bit of a shame really. So this model, I had what would have been the Lima version of this back in the very early 1980s, and this is it here. This is the J50 I had. So it is quite toy-like, you know, compared to the release Hornby came out with. This is not the original one I had when I was a kid though. This one here actually runs quite well. I had the original motor in it for a very long time and it ran well, and then I decided to re-motor it with a CD motor. So the Hornby J50, we'll have a close-up of the detail. Going to have her on the tracks running, and we'll see how she performs on the track, see if she's good. Alright, let's get straight to it. So let's have a look at the detail on this model. I paid 115 euros, you can say, for this model some time ago. Actually, on the day I bought it, I actually bought a different locomotive. It was a Hornby Class 47 Railroad with sound, and I took it out of the box, and I wasn't really impressed with it, so I went straight back to the shop. About 5 minutes later, returned it and bought this instead. This was the better body. So let's get into the detail of this. So we'll start with the front of the locomotive, try and get some clear shots of this. The detail on this is pretty good. So you can see nice buffer beam there with 635, that's her running number. You see the smoke box dart, rails on either side of this locomotive. Very boxy feel to this locomotive, it's very unusual. Just slim tension lock coupler there. That's 4 lamp irons on this, and lining on the front of the engine there. That's quite nice. Actually, there's rails on the smoke box as well, you can see, and there's another lamp iron at the top there. So I'll just put her down on the track. We'll have a look at the side of the locomotive. She's got quite nice lining on it. It's quite nicely done, and the printing is really clear as well. So it's an unusual locomotive, a tank locomotive. She's a 060 locomotive. From here all the way across and down is actually the water tank. So she has two inside cylinders on this locomotive. The cylinders aren't on the outside. I think that's a little builder's plate there. And you see these little steps at the front of the locomotive there. Has this cut out. I believe that was for crews working on maintenance on the locomotive. I could be wrong on that. So if anybody knows, you can let me know. There's two water filler caps at the top of the locomotive there. Little rails, handrails going down the top of the boiler there. Little whistles there. Could be separately fitted. Another, sorry, those are the, sorry, that's the whistle up there. These are the two safety valves. Rails on the side of the cab there. And of course, being a tank locomotive, it has a coal bunker at the back of it. Reasonably realistic coal. Let's have a little zoom in there. It's okay. It's not bad at all. And then, of course, there seems to be another builder's plate there. It's so small. I need to get the magnifying glass out for that. Just around the coal bunker has these rails, safety rails for the coal, carrying the coal. A little bit of pipe work down here if I zoom in there. Quite nice, and steps there, just below the cab. And the valve gear, it's quite finely done. It's quite nicely done. It does come with brake rigging. In the box I haven't fitted that yet. I'll just turn the locomotive around. Yeah, not too bad. So grills on the window there. So yeah, the detail's pretty good on this locomotive. You know, she's very heavy. This locomotive is very, very heavy. That's the one thing I noticed when I bought her. She was really weighty. Just an unusual feature about this now, when this model came out, you can, it's DCC ready, so you can fit a decoder in it. There's two weights inside the locomotive, but to fit the decoder, you have to remove one of those weights. So that was kind of not such a great feature that Hornby put in there. But overall, I think this is one of the best releases they've done. This will be an old release now. I don't think I've bought anything new from Hornby that's been released in the last 10 years. So I think this is well over 10 years old, this release. But overall, she looks very smart. And if I was to compare her with the original Lima release, I'll put it in here and we'll have a look at the comparison. So there's the two of them side by side, and you can see like the Lima version, it's very much more toy-like. But I have her because of nostalgia reasons, really. I had one of those when I was a kid and it ran very well. And yeah, this is just more, even the dimensions of the locomotive. The Lima one seems to be a little bit bigger in size, whereas the Hornby one is just kind of finer quality, better finish as well, like, you know. So we're going to get her on the track. We're going to run her, see what she's like. She runs pretty smoothly, and she's quite quiet as well, which is great. These locomotives in real life, they were shunters, so moving wagons around the yard. I think they may have been originally intended for hauling short coal trains, and they had a power rating of 4F, which is not too bad. It's pretty good actually, 4F. So let's get her into action, see how she is on the track. So I just wanted to show you, there is cab detail in there. Looks like a regulator and the likes. So they went to the effort of putting a bit of cab detail in there, which I think is really good. That's nice attention to detail by Hornby. Okay, let's get her on the track. Okay, she's on the track. I've just got a short freight train behind her. There actually is an LMS, I should say, conflat in the back. That's probably not prototypical. Let's try and start her at a really smooth pace and see how she copes with the point work. That was it. I was just cleaning the wheels on the locomotive and I cleaned the track. And just to let you know, if you are taking the base keeper plate off and cleaning the axles on the wheels, there's bearings on those axles. Now, they are actually set in a little groove in the chassis block. And just to let you know, there's kind of plastic shims set within that as well, so don't lose them. I think I'm starting to notice a little stutter on the points now. Oh, not that time. Overall, she's a pretty good smooth runner. She's well worth the €114, and she's quite easy to service. Reasonable detail. And, a lot of people do give Hornby a bit of slack these days, but when they get it right, they do a pretty good job. I think this is one of those occasions. So listen, I hope you've enjoyed this. Hopefully I'll have another video out soon enough. Until then, everyone take care, and I'll see you on the next one.